Yeah, brother, no problem. I mean, I wish I saw your stuff more. I don't really scroll, I just create, right? So when I see somebody that I know and I recognize, of course, it's about the fight game, I'm gonna like you. And I appreciate your stuff, man. I'm glad you're putting it out. Usyk's one of those fighters, exactly like Evander Holyfield. Obviously, there's similarities, right? Both undisputed cruiserweight champs who went up to heavyweight to win the undisputed heavyweight championship. But it's more than that. So there's a size thing with those guys. What do they get up to? I don't know, 220, 230 maximum, right? But they can compete with heavyweights that are just that much bigger. And that's the thing about the heavyweight division and makes it different. They often say that heavyweight boxing is different than the rest of boxing, right? There's no weight cut, so the whole experience is different. And there's certain guys who are just mammoths, right? They're so big, they're so durable, they hit you. That there's that 300 plus pounder, what's his name, like Jarrell Miller, I think it is, that hangs around the heavyweight division, and he can basically box with anybody, but it's because he's so big, he's impossible to hurt, right? He's got so much mass. And a lot of those guys use that. You know, Tyson Fury to a certain extent is that way as well. Obviously, he's a lot more lithe. He's got a lot more movement. He's a great boxer. But you got to shrink the body down a little bit to the Evander Holyfield, Alexander Usyk type size to have the optimal boxing abilities, you know, the ability to be able to outbox somebody, because otherwise a lot of what you're doing is outpowering people. Now, what I will say about the Usyk fight with Tyson Fury, the last one, I thought it was extremely close. I mean, I'm not trying to hate in any sense. Usyk had better technical boxing ability, but I love the way Fury went to the body and pushed off him and kept boxing. And you know, I thought it was a really good fight, much closer than anyone thought, especially the AI judges or whatever that is. That doesn't seem to be working so well. What does Usyk do after Dubois? You know, it's his call. But we've been talking about this really all day. Like, leaving money on the table is not something I like to do. You know, Alexander Usyk, if he doesn't want to fight for himself, he can fight for his country. I mean, they could use the money for the war, right? Like, there's always reasons to keep fighting. I'd like to see him keep fighting. And Dana White said something back in the time when flyweight was really struggling, and they threw that tough with all the flyweight champions from other divisions to become the contender for the UFC or the next title challenger. And he said, look, there's always another guy. And there always is another guy, no matter what. Like, there's tons of heavyweights coming up. I'd like to see him knock out Efe Ajagba. I'd like to see him knock out, you know, all the young guys, the young guns, that Latino guy from California that's coming up. I forget his name. Richard Cruz, maybe? I don't know. Richard Torres. You know, why can't he knock out all those guys? That would be fun to me. I'd like to see him make money while he's doing it. And if he wants to give that money to the Ukraine, good. But I'd like to see him keep going. But hey, I know it takes a toll on your body. He's going to do whatever's in his heart. Everybody, read my book, Warrior of the